Hello everybody, it's ALTTP for the weekly update. So a few things today. Starting off, first and most important, John, Wonderful Ones, formerly Mr. Waterwraith, has organized a charity stream that we're going to be doing for Puerto Rico relief. Situation is pretty bad there. They don't have power and the government sucks. Especially since Puerto Rico is not a state. So they, unlike Texas and Florida, nobody actually went there right away, and they're suffering. So we're going to try to do whatever we can. Obviously, we're not a big group of people, but we're going to try to raise a few $100s at least. And the important thing is to do something, because every bit helps, and it's really important. It's definitely a good cause, and the people there desperately need everything that they can get. So obviously all the proceeds that we raise for the stream is going to be going to charity. It's not officially a Nintendo Project charity, but it's Nintendo Project people. We got Rayquaza, Ray, we got John, Dylan, Kiwi, Sickaby, Tony, myself, Hooli, Secret Fairy, and anybody else. There's essentially those people. Unlike previous Nintendo Project streams, since it's going to be from Monday through Wednesday this week, and people have lives and school and things, we're not going to be running it through the night. It's just going to be from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. There will be a link in the description with a little bit more information, a twit longer, that has the schedule at the bottom if you guys want to check. We're going to be doing Nintendo stuff. Ray's going to be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Trials to Glory. John is going to be doing Wind Waker HD. Dylan's probably going to be doing an F-Zero game. Or Castlevania, actually. I feel like he's done that in the past, too. I don't remember. Sickaby's doing Luigi's Mansion. Tony is doing Golf Story, which I actually look forward to seeing. I'll be doing Scribblenauts Unlimited for the Wii U. Probably going to be doing the story mode as opposed to creating stuff, but we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be a donation incentive. We'll do a Let's Create. And Hooli is going to be doing Hyrule Warriors, so that should be fun. And anybody else going to be doing stuff? Oh, that's the rest of us. Okay, so I'm going to be streaming 5 to 7 p.m. on Monday, tomorrow. Going to be having 2 blocks on Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 5 to 7 again. And Wednesday, since a holiday's coming, and we'll talk about that soon, I'm just going to be having the morning shift of 9 to 11 a.m. Again, the link in the description will lead you to the schedules. If we're doing this on Nintendo Project Twitch, just in case, I'll link you guys to that so you can follow and stay updated for when everyone goes live. But yeah, I know that this time of year people start preparing for buying gifts and holidays that are coming up eventually and things. Even if you can just give a little bit, it's really important. Even if you can't give anything, if you can show up, that would be really great. If you can spread the word, Discord is in vogue these days, and it's easy to spread information on various Discords that you're in. That a lot of people have promote sections and stuff. It'd be very much appreciated just to spread word of this, to try to get really as much relief money as possible towards these people, because life is hell there right now. They really need it, and yeah, it's a good cause, and like I said, we're not making money off of this, so please consider donating. So that's that. As for other stuff that's going on this week, as I said, Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement, was this past Saturday, yesterday. It went well. It involves a day of fasting and essentially spending the entire day time in the synagogue praying. There's a lot of praying. My father leads the services like he does for the New Year, Rosh Hashanah. He did a very nice job, but it's tough, and I'm tired. But it went well, I think, and I'm hoping that this year is going to be good, because last year was a tough Yom Kippur for me, just because it was right after the radiation, and that was when I started feeling the side effects from the blood dying off and stuff. So that was fun. And then the resulting year was positive, had a positive balance, but it was not easy getting there. So I'm hoping this year's just going to be easy for me, and I won't have to have any horrible things happen to me to balance out my karmic scale. But yeah, so this coming Wednesday night starts the Jewish holiday of Sukkot. In English, it's called Tabernacles, which is really stupid in my opinion. And it's fun. It's a nice holiday. It's one of the holidays where we just eat and enjoy stuff. It's a celebration of after the Jews were liberated from slavery in Egypt, way back when. They spent 40 years in the desert after getting the Torah, the Bible, the Torah from Mount Sinai, and essentially before they entered the land of Israel, they spent 40 years in the desert for various reasons. And during that time, they were protected from pretty much everything. They lived a pretty cushy life, all things considered. And the festival of Sukkot is a celebration, a thanks to God for sustaining us in that time as we grew as a newly freed nation and came into our own before entering the land that was promised to us. So during that time we make this booth, temporary structure outside our house that we eat and some people sleep in, called a sukkah. Decorated up really nice, and it's really nice. It's usually a time of year also that's, I mean, sometimes it's hot, but at this point, since we're in October, it's probably going to be nice and cool, and it's really refreshing just eating outside for 8 days, and just spending time with family and things like that. And I always do enjoy it quite a bit. It's definitely a nice reward for getting through the high holidays, which are very stressful. So I'm actually, after this video, I'm going to go help my dad build it, because we have to put it together every year, and it's a whole fun thing. But yeah, it's nice. So I'm going to be gone from Wednesday night to Saturday night again. Then there's intermediary days, which are half holiday, half not. We can use electronics and the internet and stuff, so I'm going to be around. Next Sunday, I'm actually going to be at New York Comic Con. I have tickets to that, so if anybody else is going, let me know. And a friend of mine is going to be visiting during the other intermediary days, hopefully. So I don't know if we're going to be recording anything, but I'm going to try to get videos and stuff scheduled and uploaded and everything this week. And try not to have errors, because that's just been going crazy. Last week my calendar was completely thrown off, and it was ridiculous. I kept messing up one upload after another. That's just how it goes. But yeah. So then the second half of the holiday that I'm not going to be around starts the next week's Wednesday night and goes to Saturday night again. So I'm really just going to be around Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, a little bit Wednesday. My friend is going to be here, and the same for this week. So if uploads are affected at all, that's why. I'm going to try my best. That being said, talking about uploads, Rakuin finished last week. If you did not see the conclusion or the Let's Play in general, the whole Let's Play list is updated now. I really highly recommend it. It was a very emotional game, especially the final episode. And it's done, and it was a beautiful game. I do recommend it. If you're saving any access to it to play it yourself, I highly recommend that sooner rather than later. If not, I do recommend the Let's Play. It was 100% Let's Play in case you want to use it as a guide for whatever reason. And this coming week, to replace it as a side Let's Play, is a project I recorded last month, or yeah, I think it was early September, with the Juker. We're going to be playing the game The Shiva by Wadjet Eye Games. I think that's the company, Wadjet Eye Games. I don't know. They made Shardlight and other stuff, point-and-click type story games. The Shiva is, since there's a Juker, and I want to do something thematic to us being Jews, so the Shiva is a 7-day mourning period after a person dies, and it's essentially a detective-y mystery type of game that you play as this Rabbi Stone, trying to figure out why a old congregant of his was murdered. It's a very interesting game. It's only going to be 4 episodes, so it's going to actually go pretty much over the course of Sukkot, which works. But I highly recommend it. We had fun with it, and there's going to be a bonus episode that's essentially it all just really corny Jewish humor, and it's great. But we had a lot of fun with it, and that'll start in the side Let's Play slot on Tuesday and Thursday, so it's going to be going for the next 2 weeks. And yeah, and in the stuff category, Danganronpa came out last week, Danganronpa V3. It's really good. I'm up to chapter 5. I'm not going to talk about what exactly it's the hats from the limited edition. I'm not going to talk about what the story is, because spoilers are really important to avoid for Danganronpa, but it's as heart-wrenching as usual. That's all I'll say. Also, the Super Nintendo Classic Edition came out last week. I was thinking of doing an unboxing, but it's not really going to be much of an unboxing, so I'm doing an unboxing now. I already opened it and checked it out. First of all, there's an HDMI cable. I have a lot of Nintendo sponsored HDMI cables in my house now, just because, the Wii U came with one, and the Switch, and now this, and probably had something else also. It also came with 2 controllers, which I'm excited about. Get to this in a second, but yeah, the controllers are nice SNES controllers. The connector is like from a Wii, like the classic controller. So I think I can use a classic controller for this also. But the buttons feel interesting. It feels a bit cheaper than the original SNES controller that I remember, but maybe it's just because it's new or different. But it's that. I kind of wish that we had the option of getting the Famicom button scheme, but it wouldn't be a SNES then. It would be a Super Famicom. But yeah, 2 controllers so you can play the multiplayer stuff, which is nice. The charger itself is a USB converter block that goes from USB to micro. I think it's that's mini USB? No, it's micro USB, right? Which is interesting, because I thought Nintendo was moving to USB-C like they did with the Switch, but I'm not complaining, because that means that I can substitute the cable, the power cable, with a lot of other things. And finally, the system itself, it's pretty small. It's actually extremely light. It's got the power and the reset button here. So yeah, that works. The controllers go in this little thing here that opens up, so it's pretty neat. The stuff is on the back. I haven't tried it out yet, but I am doing a series since this has a bunch of games on it. I'm going to be doing, I wanted to think of a fun name for it, and I couldn't, because we're getting at the end of September, so it couldn't be, SNES September. If you remember, a while ago I made Sega September, where I did the Sega Master Collection, Sega Genesis Collection, I mean, on the PS3, and that was really fun, and it was a popular series that people wanted to see something like that return. So I'm announcing that hopefully I'm going to be doing Sega September in October. That's the official name of the series, unless you guys can think of something that sounds better than that. It's going to be SNES September in October. And I'm going to be doing, during each weekday, not Sunday or Saturday, because those are different upload things, but each weekday, hopefully I'm going to be uploading a different one of the 20 games that are on here, so that's going to be great. And yeah, the final thing is that on Sunday I did a whole load of drawing. I haven't drawn with pencil in a while. I've just been using my tablet for stuff, so I decided to draw some waifus. We have 2 heiresses. I really like how these came out, by the way. Got that heiress. We got a murder waifu. It's Reina from Fire Emblem Fates, if you don't know. She's like one of my favorite characters. And then there's Elima, who is best waifu, aside from Reina and Midna and Mari. That's pretty much it. Elima's number 4 waifu. He's the best. But yeah, I just like how everything came out. This is all up on DeviantArt if you want to see. But it's also, I posted on Twitter. But yeah, I'm really happy at how these things came out. And it's nice using pencil once in a while as opposed to the tablet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, I hope you guys can stop by the stream. And yeah, for those of you who are celebrating Sukkot, I wish you Chag Sameach, and for the rest of you, I hope you have a good week. Thank you very much for watching. It's been Sephiroth 4 with the weekly update. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.